What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, SMARONENINE. So in today's video we are back on Mudrunner. Well, not yet, but we will be in just a minute. Bear with me. So I'm really excited about this one, guys. I'm going to be showcasing a brand new mod built by my boy Forces. So Forces and I come together to collab on a brand new one. And this is a personal request by me. It's a mod of my personal real life truck, and I can't wait to show it off. So let's get right into it. The reason I started on my desktop is because I want to show you guys kind of how the mod started. I want to show you the real life pictures of my real life truck, and just so you guys get a better idea before we see the mod. So I got to give a quick shout out to my boy Froggy for supplying this 3D model for us. So this is what we had to start with when we started to build this truck. So Froggy hooked us up with this, and as you can see on the front it says GMC. On the side it's a Chevy 2500. So we needed to redo some badges and get the badge work. I think it said Chevy on the back too, I don't remember. But it's a perfect replica of my truck. Even the mirrors, everything is identical to my truck. So we had a very good starting point. So I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like before we got it going into the build process. So my real life truck is right here. It's a 2002 GMC Sierra SLT 1500. That's a mouthful, by the way. So it's in excellent shape. I got a great deal on it. I bought it I've only owned the truck like 6-7 months now. I only specifically bought it to haul my four-wheeler around. Before I bought this truck, I was depending on friends to haul me to four-wheeler trails and haul my four-wheeler for me. And I was sick of it. I needed to buy my own. So like I said, I found a really good deal on this and I jumped on it. And the truck has been absolutely excellent to me. Is the other side there. The only thing I had to do to this truck is I had to change the manifolds. So it had that classic GMC Chevy, when you go up over a hill and you give it gas, it would tick. There was a hole in the manifold, so tick, 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 all the way up the hill. It was driving me absolutely mental. So I had the manifolds replaced, and it's been perfect ever since. But you can see my mirrors, those big pop-out mirrors. But it goes really good. And just to show you guys my setup, so there it is. This is my 23 Yamaha Grizzly. The trailer isn't mine. I borrowed this from a friend. I got to get my own trailer for it. But other than that, that's my setup. That's what I rolled with all summer long. Had a blast. I love it. And guys, ever since I bought this truck, I've been dying to get it into Mudrunner. And like I said, I needed a 3D model. I asked all my friends, and the one guy who had it was Froggy. He hooked me up, and then of course Forces, being my best dude, built the mod for me, and it come out fantastic. So I can't wait to show it off. So without any further ado, I'm going to jump over into the game, and I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so here we are, we're in Mudrunner, and you're looking at the 2002 GMC Sierra 1500. And let me just say, Forces absolutely killed this one. It's perfect. I couldn't be more happier with this mod. He did a fantastic job. So we're gonna dive into everything. We're gonna look at all the add-ons. We're gonna look at the different versions of the truck and just everything. We're gonna cover as much as we can in this video. So we'll start with the versions. So there's two versions of this truck. You can see the other one over here in the back. So this is the more stockier, looks more like my real life truck. And this one is a little bit more exaggerated. It's a little bit more lifted, a little bit better equipped for Mudrunner in the trails. But we're gonna start with this truck. So in total, there's two versions, and total trucks there's 6. So we got 3 stock versions and 3 lifted versions. The only differences is the tires. That's kind of how Forces builds the mods on Mudrunner. So we have 3 stock versions with 3 different tires, and the ones I got on this one is the Nitos. You can kind of see them down there. Those are the Nitos. I think they're between the size of 28 and 33s. Where that one is between the size of 37s and 39s. I don't remember the exact numbers. I probably should have looked that up first, but I'm pretty sure these are 33s, and I'm pretty sure those over there are 38s, if I'm not mistaken. So first thing we'll do is we'll check the interior. which I've talked about in the past. Mudrunner interiors are not the best, not compared to SnowRunner. SnowRunner has some of the best interiors. But for Mudrunner, he did a really good job on this one. It come out really good. All the gauges are there. Doesn't really light up at night, but Mudrunner don't really have that feature. But no, I couldn't be more happy. For a Mudrunner, I think it looks really, really good. So let's listen to it run before we go to add-ons. So with the engine sounds, when Forces finished up the engine, finished up the mod, he sent it over to me, and I didn't like the engine sounds that we chose. They sounded way too aggressive, too loud. My truck don't sound like that. And I wanted it to sound as real to life as possible. So I scoured the workshop and I was looking through all my favorite mods, and one of Spun's trucks had almost identical engine sounds to my real life truck. So I kind of stole the mod and stole the engine sounds from Spun, which we all do. It's not a big deal. And I come up with this. So let's go ahead and listen to it run. So it sounds pretty true to form. The idle especially. It really sounds close to my truck with the idle. The start might be a little different. The shut off might be a hair different. But overall, it does sound a lot like my truck. So I was perfectly happy with that. Of course, I did all that, the engine sounds and all that. But no, it come out really good. Sounds really good. It's almost perfect. So we'll go ahead and shut it down, and now we'll check some add-ons. Which, on this version, we're just going to make it like my real life truck. Which, this is going to be quick. A front bumper and a rear bumper. So that's my truck. I haven't had the truck long enough to put any awesome additions on it yet or nothing, so that's basically what my truck looks like, guys, right there. Let's go ahead and start her up. We'll go over and flex her a little bit. Yeah, I couldn't be more stoked. This thing come out friggin' perfect. I love it. I can't stop using it. I'm testing all my maps with it. It's just so much fun to drive your real vehicle in a game, you know? And I mean, it's not the first time he's done it for me. There's plenty of trucks and cars that he's built for me that looks just like my real life cars, but like the Monte Carlo, I haven't owned that in years. My dad's Jeep, I haven't owned that in years. So all of those vehicles he's done for me in the past are past vehicles. This is something I currently own, which makes it even more exciting, you know? But yeah, look at that baby flex. Looks awesome. Come out really good. So let's jump over in the lifted version. And I don't know if I said it, but I think this one has a 4-inch lift. This one has a 7-inch lift. So as you can see, this one's a little bit more aggressive, has a little bit better stance as far as for Mudrunner goes. And yeah, I really want to make my real life truck this high. It'd be awesome. But this is the one we'll show all the different add-ons for it. So we'll start with the same thing, the rear bumper and the front bumper. Get that out of the way. Kind of brings the truck to life. Alright, so as far as add-ons go, now this is where it gets kind of funny, because I told Forces, I said, just go crazy with add-ons. Put whatever you think looks good. And I mentioned a few things, so he added all of it. And I told him, maybe this is a bad idea, because if you start showing me what all these add-ons look like on my truck, I'm going to run out and buy them in real life to put on my truck. And yeah, there's so much stuff in here that looks awesome that I want on my truck for real. We'll start right with, we'll skip the trailers for now, but you got, of course, the bed cap, which in real life I wanted to put a bed cap on it before winter, just to keep the snow out of the back and just take care of it that much more. It's an old truck, you know, but I didn't get one, so I still don't have a bed cap yet. We got the bed rails, which I think look really good on this thing, which is something I might actually put on my real truck at some point. I think that looks really good. We'll install them. We got a couple of different setups on the front. We got the brush guard, which looks cool with the LED light bar out there. Looks awesome, actually. We also got the bull bar, which is my favorite. I think that looks sick. That looks so good. That would look killer on my truck. The coolest thing is to see what it looks like on your truck, you know, and I can, because my truck's in the game now. So yeah, that looks really good. I really like that one the most. And then if I take off the front bumper, I can put the custom bull bar on the front, which looks really cool too. Yeah, that looks awesome. But my favorite is still the, whoops, not that one, the bull bar. And I think I called the other one the bull bar. Oh yeah, it's a custom bull bar. But yeah, that's my favorite look on this truck. I think it looks sick. Come out really good. Alright, and then we got, so we did all of them. We got some door trim, which in real life I won't put this on my truck because even though it kind of looks alright with the door trim, it's still nothing but a rust trap. That's what I call them, rust traps, along with the fender flares. Those are rust traps, but they do look good. It makes the truck look really good, so we'll keep them on there. We got 3 different side thingies here. We got the drop side steps, which you can see right there on the side, which look pretty cool. We also got the rock sliders, which is my favorite look. I like just the basic, you know, rock sliders right there. And then we got, take them off, we got the side steps, which also look really good. I like them a lot too. Which I'll probably leave them on actually. I like how they stick out a little bit more than the sliders. Which that looks really good. And then we got some additions for the bed. We got the small roll bar, which is my favorite look. I like that. I like the black. I think it looks super good. It matches the front bull bar and the black fender flare, the fender flares things. I think that looks super good. We also got the roll bar with the spare tire, which that looks pretty good too. I don't mind that. Old school. That come out good. Then we got a roof rack. We can throw some shit up on the roof. Like I said, Forces went crazy with the add-ons on this thing. It's got all kinds of good stuff. What else we got? What am I forgetting? The toolbox. The toolbox in the bed. Which at some point I do plan on putting the toolbox. I do have one. I just don't know if it'll fit my truck. It probably won't. But so I have one only because that's where I keep all my tools in the cellar. It was an old toolbox that my dad had from years ago. So I doubt it will fit in this truck, but we'll see. Toolbox. Am I forgetting anything as far as the truck goes? Roof rack, bull bar. I think we covered everything that goes on the truck. Yes, we did. So let me go ahead and we're going to take off the roof thing. If I can find it. Roof rack. We're going to put the roll bar. Nope, not the roll bar, the small. That's pretty much my favorite look of the truck right there. I think that looks really, really good. Now we'll show off some trailers. So as far as the trailers go, you see my pictures at the beginning of the video. You see my four-wheeler on the trailer cart, on the trailer. That's what I was hoping Forces could replicate. I really wanted to be able to haul a four-wheeler around on the trailer, but I don't know if he just didn't have a four-wheeler model, or it was just too much more work. But he included, he made it so this trailer hitch would haul a lot of his trailers that he's already made for the game. So we'll go over these, which gives me something to haul. Which you can see, this is one of my favorite trailers that he's ever done. It's got everything. A little small boat. It's got the dirt bike in the back, some spare tires, some storage up here, some propane tanks. It's got everything on it. I love this trailer. This is one of my favorite trailers he's done. I just wish it had a four-wheeler in the back. That would be perfect. So if we take that one off, then we can put this one on, which really replicates my truck. This trailer almost looks a lot like my real-life trailer, only, of course, like I said, I have the four-wheeler. He's got the dirt bike. But, which, that still right there is sick. That looks awesome. That's exactly how I trail a lot. I like hauling this dirt bike around, which come out super good. Then he's included this one, which is just an empty version of the original trailer, which looks super good. And then he's got this one with a little pop-up. Just different things to haul, you know. And I went ahead and when I took the engine sounds off from Spun's truck, I also kind of stole his trailer to be able to haul his trailer around as well, which this one is very good for hauling vehicles on, which I think that one looks super good. As you can see though, because Spun's truck's a bit higher, this trailer goes downhill, but once I put the car on the back, it levels it out, so it looks really good. Alright, and I think that is pretty much it. I also have a flatbed, but I don't have the mod installed, so I can't show the flatbed. But there is a flatbed trailer as well. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much the truck right there. It looks sick. There is a few differences between the mod and my real life truck that isn't the same, but unless I point it out to somebody, they really probably wouldn't even notice. But I will point it out anyway. Park this one right here for a minute. Jump back over in the stock. So the only difference on it really is the front. My fog lights are rectangle. These are round. So that's one big difference, which that don't bother me a bit. The other thing is the tires. Of course, my tires, if you remember the pictures at the beginning, I can't remember what they were. I totally forgot the brand, but they're white leaded tires. Forces did not remake those tires. He just included 3 different sets of tires that he's already had, which I think I did mention. These are the Nitos, which are my favorites. I just love the pattern on them. I think they come out really good. And yeah, like I said, guys, I couldn't be more happy with this truck. I think he absolutely nailed it. It's my go-to mod now. I use it every time I'm testing maps or anything. It goes super good. It does get high-centered a little bit here and there, but not enough to... Not like the other truck he did for me, which was extra long. The 08 Silverado, but no, I couldn't be more happy. I think this thing came out phenomenal. I'm super stoked. It's just so cool to have your real life vehicle in the game. And he even nailed the colors. I mean, the colors are almost identical. I was a little worried about this bottom half, but he nailed it. It looks super good. And if I'm not mistaken, at some point he is going to put this into SnowRunner as well, which would be cool. Because SnowRunner does have a little better graphics, but nowhere near the physics. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will talk to you again real soon.